you when you're on. Four-acre, Gonzalez, Callahan's, 3 screen. That's awesome. That's what we need. 3 different screens.
1, 2, 3.
Torres, my Bustanjis, who for the first time ever aren't on the first page. For the T-ball, you do not need a ring partner, but a paddle target holder would be great. So that paddle target he got as part of the Black Belt Club package will be the most ideal thing. It's all you'll need. I see Caitlin Elizabeth. That is... Oh, good to see you, sir. Mr. Kilhofer, cool. Tanushri, Roderick, Peyton Strang, Mr. Bradley, Reed, Zach, Miss Gibson, Miss Molly, Julianne, who's also right up there with Master Bible, Ianucci. Hey, Andrew. You were one of the winners of the paddle targets last week. Y'all never stopped by to get it, just so you know. If you get a chance to, I see Skaggs, DeLeons, Covingtons, Mr. Francis, Talia, Noah. That's okay. In the back end, Misachi, Jefferses. I see 2 Jefferses. Are y'all doing jiu-jitsu class today as well? Cool. If you don't have a paddle target, a flip-flop or pool noodle. Flip-flops are the old school paddle targets from back in the day when karate schools couldn't get paddle targets. We'd use flip-flops. Or when we ran out, when the classes were that big, we would get flip-flops. Who is the outside group? Is that Edenfields? No. Green belt and yellow belt. Who's that? Bran. Kira, Mr. Kira, good to see you, sir. If you are partnerless, which is there's not somebody to hold for you, still get yourself a flip-flop and just make sure you're not near something that could break. Is that the Fisher family? Aniston, Aiden. Oh, we've hit our new record for Zoom. Awesome. 70 people. Miss Angelina, good luck. All right. Everybody have a good weekend. Thumbs up for yes. Very cool. So today's going to be a fast class working on our back spins. So for my couple white belts on here, you get a little extra for my yellow, whites, and yellow belts. This will be good to kind of catch you up. And for everybody higher than that, obviously, this is just a good review. So we'll warm up, spend a little bit of time working on the form. Remember, when we're doing the form stuff, everyone say slow. All right, accuracy, kind of up and down. Then speed is what we'll start putting it into our combat speed. Then we'll have a timing drill and maybe a cool down at the end. Master Nicholas will be up here. So if he's blocking the screen, don't worry. We have a television hooked up. He's watching you guys to the best you can. If you're on Zoom, you do not need to record this on your at-home classes. Miss Angelina is frantically typing away, signing you guys in. If you're on YouTube, you do.
However, if you are on Zoom and Miss Angelina cannot see your face and there's nothing on there saying your name, not your parents' name, but if it says, like there's a couple of them, it says Audrey Peacock. We understand that as Audrey, but if it just says like there's one that says Marcy's iPhone, we don't know who that is, so we can't give you a class credit. So if she either needs to see your face or there needs to be a very distinct...
Or you can type in the message, this is me.
Yeah, that works too. You can send Miss Angelina a direct message saying, hi, this is me. I'm training right now. So
cool. All right, guys, go ahead and face... Oh, this is so cool, the television. We're going to do a second one. Guys, go and face me. Put your side toes together. Time for the backspin class. One small caveat as well. Make sure you have space. Backspins take some space. NKA bow. Oos. All right, let's warm up a little bit. We're going to warm up our legs and do a little bit of our upper body since we're working on our kicks. So we're just going to bounce in place. But while you're bouncing, I want you to keep your shoulders relaxed. Don't let them be tight. I literally want your shoulders and arms almost like they're gummy worms. Just kind of flopping around. Make sure I'm not like stomping the floor. I'm just kind of jumping up and down. Now put a little bit of twisting in there as well. Good. Good. If you watch UFC, now I want you to McGregor walk. This is actually an amazing way to loosen up your hips before throwing a bunch of back spin kicks if you've been sitting down all day and we're just jump starting karate. So yes, it gets your arms going, but it's going to get my hips going as well. Very cool. I want you to kind of twist in place back and forth. boom. Remember, back spins. If you do this class right, especially my teenagers and adults, you will be feeling it around your core, your obliques, and around your spine. Those muscles we don't work very much as human beings very often. Awesome, super. So we're focusing on kicks. Let's do a little bit of arms. We're going to do plank reaches. So I need everybody now just watch me. You're going to be in a push-up position. No push-ups unless you want to. You're just going to reach up, twist as much as you can, back down. Reach up, twist as much as you can, back down. So we'll do that for a few seconds. Go ahead and see Jack go. If you want to add a push-up in between, you're more than welcome to. And there's no one stopping you. So you're here.
Nice work there, Aiden.
Big
twist. Balance.
And down. And twist. Bonus, you push up, plank, one arm push up. Cool, go ahead and hop back up. I think our arms are good. Last little kind of preset one, we're just gonna work on spinning. So when it comes to back spins, and here's something we don't always get to cover because it's not part of the main 3 steps. What part of your foot do you spin on and pivot on for all of your kicks? It's the ball of your foot. So I know this is gonna be gross, you look at my foot for a second. It's this part right here, not my heel. So if you watch this, my feet for a second, this is the no thing to do. I don't spin on my heel, and a lot of people do. And that's a bad habit for my knees. When I do back spins or any other kick, I actually pivot on the ball of my feet, very similar to what a ballerina or a dancer would do. So that's what I want us to do. All you're gonna do, no kicks. Everybody say that, no kicks. We're gonna work on spinning quickly. So I'm gonna use my arms to wind up, and I'm just gonna work on quickly spinning all the way around. Rapid spin. Ready, and go. Spin quickly. Spin quickly. Spin quickly. So I'm just really working on getting myself light and getting that friction off my feet. Make sure you have 2 or 3 on one side, 2 or 3 on the other. So just real quick, making sure the ball of my foot is the only thing touching the floor. If you go to Grandmaster Pak's school as a yellow belt, he will literally have you stand in the back for 30 minutes and just practice spinning really fast. So your body gets used to spinning and your equilibrium gets used to being dizzy. Good, break real quick, because y'all don't do this for 30 minutes. So not going to spend a lot of time in class today, but anybody who's having issues with a slower back spin kick, this drill right here, believe it or not, helps get it faster, right? Because you typically have the kicking part down. You just don't have a good pivot or secondary spin afterwards. So let's isolate the most important part of our back spin kick. Ferris is here. Sorry, looking to see. Yes, that's actually a really important one. If you know you don't have video and there's multiple family members on, that way, like the Tans, thank you, Miss Tan, that was awesome. So we know to log both of them. It's the twist. So everybody cross your arms, left foot in front, sparring stance, say, yeah. So the most important part of your back spin is getting the initial twist down. People who struggle with this part really struggle with the whole back spin. And a little secret for my students, when we hold your boards at belt testing, if you've ever watched us move the board, we're not slamming it over your foot. We're just paying attention to how you twist and know where your kick is going. It's something we'll talk about a little bit later. So from right here, everyone say feet close. So if I'm standing sideways, here's the secret part of the most important part. My feet gotta be close. If I have wide legs and I twist, it's gonna be very hard to spin. So everyone say feet close. Knees bent. When I do my twist, just watch me from the side, everything completely twists. Look how close my feet are. So I was facing that way, and when I finish my twist, my butt and both my heels are pointing in that direction. So face the front now. So hands are up. Do it with me. So you're going to take your eyes off the screen when we do this for a second. So hands are up and twist. Boom. So good. And back. Eddie, just work this twisting part. Eddie, Master Nichols is watching you guys, don't worry. And twist. Boom. So look at my feet. Feet are close. Knees are bent. Butt is sticking out. I'm not straight up and down, so I'm not doing this. Knees are bent. Ready? Hands are up. For my older guys, for people who understand the weight distribution, when I'm in a sparring stance, weight's on the back leg. Here's the important part of the pivot. I'm shifting my weight onto my front foot. Ready? So from right here, twist, boom. And my weight is now beyond the leg I'm going to be spinning on. Ready? Twist, boom. And switch feet. Let's work that other leg real quick. Ready? Knees bent, feet closed, twist, boom. Weights on that front foot. I'm looking away from the target and back again. Ready? Twist. And back. Everybody eyeball your feet. I'm seeing a little bit of this still. This is going to make the second part of the kick tougher. You're twisting beautifully, but as you twist, you're letting your feet separate. And now my weight's on the leg I'm going to try and kick with. I got to keep my feet close. And as I twist, I put my weight onto my standing foot. It's going to make the kick part a whole lot easier. So right leg forward, couple more pivots. Ready? And twist. Boom. Butt towards the target. Ready? Twist. And twist. And reset. My instructor used to say, kick with your butt. Well, he used another word, but kick with your butt. Kick with your butt. So imagine literally, let's see, can you see Bob over here? I'm going to go to Bob real quick. Imagine I'm standing close and I'm pivoting enough that my butt actually moves out and bumps the person. That's what I'm shooting for. Ready? Hands are up. And twist. Boom. And back. Super. Cool, cool, cool. Now, if you need some balance, you can grab onto your chair. We're just going to work a slow motion back spin kick. Even though I know tons of you can do great kicks. Sometimes it's great to go back and go slow. So your three main parts of a spin. Everything: twist, bend, kick. Again, twist, bend, kick. And we just spent 5 minutes just on the twisting part. It's got all kinds of little steps in there. Feet closed, knees bent, twist, pivot your weight, right? So let's talk about the bending part now. So actually, I'm going to face away. So if I was going to kick away from you guys, I twist. When I bend, I bow down, but I keep my head up. And this is the only kick we fire blinds. So I'm not looking over my shoulder. Then when I throw my kick, my foot whips all the way around, and it has to come back to where I landed at. So everybody left foot forward. I'm going to face away from you guys for the first couple. So if you're learning this kick, you can follow along with me as well. So left leg forward. From right here, I'm going to say feet closed, knees bent. Just kind of a preset. Ready? I'm going to go twist, bend, kick. A nice slow kick. For right now, I want us to work on that mobility and that control. So yes, I know a lot of you guys can whip a back spin kick. I want you to, nice and slow, just bring that leg around. Ready? Left leg forward. And twist. Bend. Keep the head up. Kick. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. All right. Right leg forward now. Right leg forward. So let's do a couple on the right leg. And twist. Bend. Keep the head up. Almost like I'm staring at the wall behind me. Nice slow kick. Now, as you're going slow, are you pivoting on your heel or the ball of your foot? So watch me real quick. Just my feet. Gotta make sure I can see my feet as I do this. Are you doing this, where I'm twisting on the ball of my foot, my heel's off the ground? Or are you doing this, where my heel is the main impact part? I want to keep my heel off the ground as I throw my back spin kick. So keep working that. Right leg forward. Ready? And twist. Keep the weight. Bend. Look. Kick. Not too shabby. Cool. 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 If I have builds calluses. Yeah, some of you are like, ow, carpet, ball on my foot. Yes. When I started karate, guys, you know what we have on the floor? Concrete and carpet. Yeah, we tough feet pretty quickly. If I have any parents watching or any siblings who can watch each other, here's what we as board holders watch for at your belt tests. And it's where your heel points. So when we start speeding things up, This front leg tells me everything about your kick I need to know. Wherever the heel points is where the power is going to stop on the kick. And what people tend to do when they're first getting started is they don't pivot enough. So I'm kicking towards you, but my heel's pointing that way, which means my power is going to stop before it even gets to the target. Or they over pivot and there's no power there at all. So your heel, that front foot, when you twist, needs to be pointing up and at the target. And that is what guarantees that that kick is going to make contact with the max amount of power where we want to go. So, left leg forward, sparring stance. We're going to jump the fast around today. We're going to go speed, then accuracy. So, hands are up. All I want you to do when I key up, full speed back spin. Now, I have some black belts on here. Y'all should be drilling yourselves, and you know what to be looking for. I've got some brown belts and red belts. This is just practice. I also have some yellows and greens who I know you guys don't have perfect back spins yet. That's okay. We're building those mechanics up. Ready? Hands are up. And if this is a new kick, it's okay. Master Nicholas is trying to watch you guys the best he can. Ready? Left leg forward.
I got 2 screens up
and sweet. Hi! Spin! Boom! Now, freeze. Here's what I want you to do when you do speed ones. I want you to kick full speed and land wherever that foot goes down at. So if I do this, don't move. Look and see what was wrong. Fix it, and then your body will eventually know to adjust. Ready? Hands are up. Left leg forward. And yeah! Boom! Don't move at the end. Ready? Hands are up. And hot spin. Boom, hands back up. So think about where I landed. So if you're not cutting if you're doing this, and I'm kind of landing belly forward, I'm not finishing the twist. I'm not doing that spinning motion we started with. Backspin start and end in the same place. Ready? Hands are up. Left foot forward. And hot spin. Ah, Mr. Ryan, nice kick. Ready? Hot spin. Good. Remember, head away. So everyone say no L kicks. An L kick is this. Head one way, foot the other. I want a straight line. Ready? Left leg. We're going to do 5 and 1 on the left leg before we switch. Ready? Hot! Spin kick! Make sure we're breathing. Oh, and yes, by the way, if you have someone who has a paddle target or a foot flop that can hold for you, you can use that part now. Ready? Hands are up. Hot! Spin! If you're holding for somebody, you should not see their eyes. They should be looking clear away as that foot is hitting the target. Ready? Hot! Spin kick! Good. 2 more. I see some people falling down. Maybe we're dizzy. Maybe we're learning. Is it okay to fall down? 100%. Grandmaster Plaque, this was actually one of my yearbook quotes, right? If you don't fall down sometimes, you're not training hard enough. Just keep that in mind. Falling down means you're working hard. Ready? Hands are up. Hot! Spin! Hands up. Last one. Put everything into this one. Full twist, full power, full execution. Ready? Hot! Spin kick! Boom. All right. Right leg forward. Like I said, when we cover this kicking class, I know I'm giving tons of detail. It's because I have white belts through 5th degree black belts on here, right? If you're a white belt or a yellow belt, stick to the 3 main things. Twist, bend, kick. The prettiness and other stuff will come later. If you're a green belt or a blue belt, that's when we want to start picking up the spinning fast and paying attention to your heel. Understand? So my yellow belts on here, I'm only going to call a couple of you out because I only see the first 25 on my screen. You know, Cooper and Connor and my yellow blacks on here. Don't be like, oh my God, there's so much detail. I'm getting it all right. It's okay. This is why we train backspins for so long. Twist, bend, kick. Greens and blues, a couple more. Browns and reds, a few more details. Black belts, y'all are the ones who should be like, oh God, there's so much I got to focus on. Ready? Right leg forward. Ready? Now we have our right leg. Kicking with the left foot. Ready? Hut! Twist and spin and drop again. Ready? Hut! Twist and spin and drop.
There you go. Don't forget to keep your chest up, guys. Keep your head up. You want to bring your chest down, but keep your eyes looking up. So you're it's almost like your body's in the shape of a T.
So watch me, guys. Master Nicholas is trying to say, I'm going to do it this way and this way. My body is doing this, like I'm bowing with my eyes up. So I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this. I'm bowing, but keeping my head up, and then throwing my kick from there. Ready? Right leg forward. And hut, spin kick. Boom, hands are up. Ready? Hut. All right, let me give you 2 no-nos. And this covers white belts who are getting some karate candy all the way through people like me. 2 no-nos. Everyone say, do not support your hip. And do not put your hands on the ground. I would rather you fall. If you're putting your hand on your hip when you throw a back spin kick, it means my core strength is not where it needs to be, and I'm cheating my body. So I would rather see you fall than cheat your core. Martial artists need to have a good core. Some people will also put both hands on the ground because they're bending their top too much. I would rather see you fall than throw a decent kick, and we'll build the better technique out of that. Ready? Right leg forward. Remember, everyone say no hip, no floor. Hands stay up. Ready? Hut! Spin kick. Boom. Bouncing in place. Bouncing in place. Hut! Spin kick. Ready? Hut! Spin kick. Hut! Spin kick. Hut! All right, got one more detail before we move away from the details. Just some accuracy and timing. Your hands. I already mentioned they should be here. Everyone say no winding. So here's the last little kind of detailed thing for my black belts. I don't want you to do this. While I had a decent kick at the end, if I was sparring you guys and you see me get across from you and do this, besides being wide open here, what do you know is about to happen? Right? And then again, that means I'm not using my core for power. I'm using my arms. Kicks come from the hips. I need to be able to train from a sparring stance using my hips to execute my kick. Ready? Hands are up. Right leg forward. We're going to do 2 more on each leg. 2 right, 2 left. Ready? Right leg forward, and hut! Spin. Sparring stance. Hut! Spin. Switch feet. Left foot now, left foot now, left foot now. Hut! Spin. Left foot. Hut! Spin. Beautiful.
Nice job, Nicole.
Give yourselves a pat on the back. There we go. Now we're going to get to the accuracy part. Everyone goes, yes. So, if you have a partner who's holding for you, they're just going to get across from you. Slide you back now. So they're just going to be moving the target up and down. Not super quick, not goofy. You just have to kind of get the accuracy right. Hey. Right? Back spins can go to the body, but more ideally the head. So don't kick below the knee. So I'm going to go from knee to head to knee to head. Hey. And it's going to work that. If you're by yourself with your flip-flop, switch feet, sir. You got to throw the flip-flop up in the air and kick it before it hits the ground. So you toss it. He nicked it. Cool. Toss and work your kick. So flip-flop or paddle target for either one of those. However, if you're throwing your own target up, focus, or these paddle targets have some mass behind them. They'll break things. Flip-flops won't. So if you're by yourself, take a flip-flop or your sparring glove. It's a smaller target. Just toss it up in the air. Throw your kick. I want to watch for a little bit on this one because I really can't direct you on this part. So we're going to work on that speed. For my tall-legged people like Mr. Connor, I'm going to give you one hint, sir. Give yourself some distance. If you throw it too close, you're going to end up hitting yourself in the head or your leg. So keep in mind you got long legs. Remember to reach. Back spins are meant to reach, 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 reach. You guys now have recorded history of you missing a target. So you all understand I'm a normal human. Good. If you have nothing to throw up and down in the air, like Mr. Zane, just work your back spins in the air for a second. Totally fine. You can absolutely just kick the air if you have nothing right now. And again, we just want a lot of speed. I see the ones asking me tend to be some of my newer yellow belts. If you're kicking the air and you're on the newer side, go back to doing it slow again. We just spent 10 minutes doing it quick. Y'all are the ones that need to work on that form the most.
And, honestly, an oxygen molecule is a very small target, so if you hit it, you got great accuracy.
Hey, Mr. Hall said, way to use the headgear. Cool idea. Miss Angelina, if you're still listening, is there anybody from this last screen that you didn't get? If so, just kind of message them. We're up to 81 people. I know not all those were on the first 5 minutes when you were logging people in. Cool. Cool. All right. And break. Cool. 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 So we did form, accuracy, speed, and then they were out of order. What does the T stand for? Timing. And timing is the actual practical use of a back spin kick. Is a back spin kick a self-defense kick or a sparring kick? Which one? Is it used for self-defense or for sparring? It's a sparring one. It's part of the art, part of martial arts. If you ever had to defend yourself, I would never suggest throwing a back spin kick, right? It puts you in kind of a weird position if it doesn't work out so well. So this is a sparring specific one. And the drill we're going to work on is for our black belts. And Master Nicholas, I'm going to steal you real quick. We're going to go super slow because we don't have our gear on. I'm going to show you the drill and explain it and let you drill it for a couple seconds. So this is our first on and second on essentially counter drill. We use back spins to counter things. Someone's got this side because I can control my right leg more. If you will throw a in and out over this shoulder. So what we work on, remember, once you get to green belt or blue belt, we start building up head kicks. So one of the most popular things to do is an in and out kick, blam, and then let it be upside the head. And so as a black belt, we learn to counter that. On an in and out, he leaves his head up. So what happens is anytime someone tries to hit me in the back of the head with a kick, in and out, hook kick, roundhouse kick, anything like that, I can drop and twist and work a counter spin kick upside the head. So what's going to happen is, again, we'll show it one more time a little more smooth. He goes to kick me, and just as it's passing my head, I twist and would spin kick him instead. Obviously, I don't want you hitting your parents at home. So if you have somebody holding for you, what I want them to do, they can grab your chest, they can grab a pillow and a target, or if they got really quick hands, but they're going to swing to hit you in the back of the head. Your head has to disappear and throw a back spin at the same time. If you have two targets, you can do that. If not, just work that time, and they'll take something kind of big, and they'll try and pop you upside the head, and you have to back spin as your counter. And what this is working on, again, is I'm coming in to hit him. He's dropping and catching that spin kick. So if you get this down, you'll have something way ahead of time. Sound good? Hands are up. If you're partnerless, face the camera. I'm going to swing at your head, and you're going to time it. Ready, guys? If you're working with me, left foot forward. If you happen to have an awesome partner, y'all can work this drill. And I even showed you how to do it with your headgear on if you want to do that later on. Ready? Hands are up. Left foot forward if you're with me. And spin. Just as that is about to hit your ear. I don't want to go too early and definitely not too late. Ready? Hands are up. Spin. Spin. Now, as we're doing this, just keep going and listen. Whether you're working with me or with somebody else, you do not get to back spin kick people in the head until you can do what Master Nicholas and I did, which was go throw a kick and not hit somebody and knock him out. We're not trying to decapitate our partners here. If you're working with me, right leg forward now. Right leg forward. Ready, spin. So before you can hit people in the head in sparring, you have to have what we call control, which is I can throw a quick kick and stop it right upside someone's head and not hurt them. Ready, if you're with me, spin kicks when I wave the hands. Ooh. Good, left foot forward again. Now you get to counter kicks. Remember, everything's going to be coming this way. So in and out, counter with a spin kick. Good, hook kick. Counter with a spin kick. Roundhouse. Counter with a spin kick. That's the beauty of this counter. It even works if I go to back spin kick you first. Where does my head go? Wham! Perfect for your counter's back spin. Right leg forward. Based off my kick. So watching my body. Counter kick. So we have the hook. Boom. Counter kick. Right. Roundhouse. Counter kick. You also have your right leg forward and the grand poobah. I spin. You counter with a spin. Beautiful. Cool, guys. And break. If you have a partner, fist bump your partner. Everybody take a knee. Focus in. Make sure I answered any chats I missed. Good. If you joined this class in the last 10 or 15 minutes, it's okay if you're a little late. I know the world's crazy right now. Message Miss Angelina so she gives you class credit as a reminder. So guys, we spent a heavy amount of kicking classes today. You guys are all in tongs today, which means y'all should be training for another 15 to 30 minutes after this. You clear? Say yes, sir, for it to truly count. When I hit end meeting, do I know if you're actually doing that? I don't. You're not recording it. I'm just letting you know, here's what I still want you to do while you're warmed up and you have the time and we're in karate mode, just like you would in class. It's on your honor and your honesty to go ahead and do it. Everyone say 5 forms. Right? I want you to spend 5 minutes just working a little bit of shadow boxing with your hands because we just totally worked our legs. Right? We always want to work upper and lower body a little bit. Right? The focus for this week is fitness. So I want you to pick an exercise and see how many of those you can do in 1 minute. Sound good? So again, everybody say 5 forms, hands, max out an exercise. If you want to continue to do more, like put a 30-minute timer on and actually train for 30 minutes, definitely something I suggest, but at least do those 3 things. We clear? Yes, sir? All right. You guys are part of something cool. We had 81 people on here. We work with a lot of martial arts schools. No one has come close to that number. So as far as I know, this is the largest martial arts Zoom class in the country so far that has happened besides a black belt prep class. So very cool, guys. Remember, there's a green belt and blue belt class specifically in 30 minutes. And for my jiu-jitsu guys, we have our first Zoom jiu-jitsu class tonight at 6:30. And then for all my adults, we have our fitness class at 7 o'clock. Parents of our students are welcome to join in Master Nicholas's fitness class. Just to get up and moving. One of the best ways of relieving stress is to move, guys. And that's for everybody. Go ahead and face me, guys. Remember, forms, hands, max out your technique, falcon, oos. I will see all of you.